This news update is brought to you by...
Say hello to Chelsea. Chelsea is a champion surfer, so she's accustomed to moving super fast, which is why she relies on super fast broadband brought to her through Flow's 100% fiber to the home network. It keeps her family sharing and surfing and saving each month. Combined, she bundles her Flow mobile, home phone, and TV services, so she can enjoy much more for much less, and so can you. Visit any Flow retail outlet, call 1-800-804-2994, or visit discoverflow.co to find out more. One-of-a-kind connection. This is how we flow.
This is the Barbados Today evening news update for Tuesday, April 26. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary Claire Williams. Education Minister Ronald Jones has responded to the Barbados Union of Teachers' demand to meet with him to discuss a number of concerns. The BUT had requested a meeting with Jones by Wednesday, or they threatened to face industrial action if that meeting did not materialize. BUT President Pedro Shepherd told Barbados Today the union received a letter from Minister Jones today. However, he is not clear of the contents. The BUT is meeting this evening to discuss Jones's response.
Once I go to the office and read the letter, then I would be able to say exactly what is contained therein. So until I do that, the position remains the same, that we would expect the meeting to be tomorrow. If it cannot be tomorrow, then we will see if there has been a proposed date for the meeting. And if there is a proposed date and it is agreed to by our people, then we would facilitate. Otherwise, the position remains that we would continue to hold fast to the resolution that we would stay off the job on Friday.
The man accused of murdering Dwayne Gooding of My Lord's Hill has been remanded to prison until May 24th after he appeared in court today. 33-year-old Omar Hurley of the IV St. Michael was not required to plead to the indictable offense, which occurred on Sunday. Hurley remained pensive in the dock when Magistrate Christy Cuffy Sargent read out the charges to him. He is represented by Angela Mitchell-Gittens. Still in the courts, Wayne Sylvester Harewood was back in court today on 4 charges, including kidnapping. He is accused of holding Anthony Prasad and Raymond Gonzalez on Bay Street against their will on April 3rd. He's also charged with robbery and wounding both men with intent to maim or disable them or inflict serious bodily harm. The prosecution objected to bail when he appeared in court yesterday. However, there was no objection when Harewood returned today. He was granted $10,000 bail with one surety. No conditions were attached to the bail after his lawyer Arthur Holder made an impassioned plea stating he had no prior convictions and he's now awaiting word on an appointment as a postman. Harewood is due back in court on August 12. The Environmental Health Department says it is currently targeting a number of sites in the north of the island where illegal dumping continues. Environmental Health Officer Ryle Brock says the practice is ongoing even though there are designated areas to dispose of refuse.
What had happened was that a hauler was given the instructions, any money to go over to the dump over in St. Thomas. He could not make it. He would have asked another friend to do the job for him, and this is the shortest place that he could have dumped off the refuse. So the proprietor was given instructions to clear this particular spot. Again, we are saying that being Barbados is slowly becoming a very indisciplined and lawless society. We have no regard for people's property. We have no regard for law and order.
Some of the island students had a chance today to learn more about intellectual property during a tour of the Corporate Affairs and Intellectual Property Office. They also had a chance to interact with Commerce Minister Don Villinis as Barbados joined in the observance of World Intellectual Property Day. Innis encouraged the students not to use other people's inventions, designs, literary and artistic works, and other intellectual property illegally.
Very prevalent today is all the more reason that we must certainly protect what we have as part of our culture and part of our history. But this year we focused quite a bit on the digital aspect of intellectual property. But I'll say to you that here in Barbados we have a duty to help those who use their intellectual power to create works.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Your first friend, your first love, your first teacher. Show your appreciation for the first lady in your life. Send a photo of you and your mother to We Love You Mom at barbadostoday.bb to be featured in our special Mother's Day photo album and for a chance to win some exciting prizes.
To Mom, with love.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter, that's the move for me. Stability, prosperity, we're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
In news from the region, in St. Lucia, the opposition UWP's national security spokesman Herman Guild Francis says the party will explore the option of decriminalizing marijuana if it forms the next government. Francis, a deputy police chief, was speaking at a public meeting on the weekend.
We will do a review of persons on remand at Bonale, especially the young petty offenders, including persons who have been there for small quantities of marijuana. We are going to make sure that there is time limit for prosecution of matters. And I can promise some of our young people here and some of the persons who smoke the cannabis that this government will actively discuss the possibility of decriminalizing marijuana. Personally, I have seen too many young people, bright, intelligent young men, their lives spoiled because they have been convicted of a small portion of marijuana.
The Trinidad and Tobago government says it will not enter into any structural adjustment program with the International Monetary Fund, but it defended its decision to seek advice from the IMF and World Bank on reviving the economy in Port of Spain. Finance Minister Colm Imbert told Parliament on Monday that there will be no standby arrangement with the IMF under the Keith Rowley administration. The opposition has been criticizing government and accused it of seeking to hoodwink the population and ink a deal with the Washington-based institutions. This as Port of Spain deals with significant declines in revenue due to the drop in global oil prices. Further afield, disaster management authorities in the northern India state have advised villagers to avoid cooking between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. to prevent fires during the scorching summer. People have been advised to refrain from holding religious fire rituals or burning dry crops. The advisory follows reports of 67 deaths in the state in fire-related incidents in the past month. Several parts of the country are in the grip of a severe heat wave, with temperatures rising above 40 degrees Celsius. And finally, South Sudan's rebel leader has been sworn in as vice president in a boost for a peace deal which is aimed at ending more than 2 years of conflict. He returned earlier to the capital, Juba, to take the post in a new unity government. South Sudan became independent in 2011, but the conflict, which broke out 2 years later, killed tens of thousands of people and left about 2 million homeless. Machar fled the country at the start of the civil war in December 2013. He has denied accusations that he was trying to organize a coup, but it set off a round of reprisal killings, which developed into a full conflict. And that's the news this evening. Remember, there's more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also tune into Channel 99 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM for more news. I am Maricla Williams. Have a good evening.